I'm not happy with it. Don't know. See how it goes. If not, I'll swap back to the other camera. There's always the option of the other camera. So let's not stress too much about it. We'll see what
Abby,
happens.
you are very pixelated.
Am I? It's the camera.
Very.
I think something's going on with that. Hold on. I'll change to a different camera. Don't worry. It's all an experiment at the moment. Yeah, I can see it, eh? I wonder what's going on, because yesterday it was fine. I'll just swap to a different camera, it's fine. Do, do, do. There, look. Now you can see what I was trying to do. I don't know what's going on with that. I'll work it out in a bit better detail. And I will also change, oops. I'll also change mics. Dun, dun, dun. Same as system. Right, cool. I'll have another bash at that later. Is it still pixelated or does it look all right now?
It's much better.
Yeah.
It's much clearer.
Good. It should be clearer with my phone, but it's not. So I'll try that again tomorrow. I'm not sure of it. So, I'm just trying to make it so I'm too far away now. We will get started shortly. I'm trying to make it so that everybody's got really good audio as well. So, and better playback. Okay. Hi guys, let's get going, shall we? So, toes. So looking at your toes, we're going to lift our big toes up off the floor. And then we're going to lift all our toes up and place our big toes down. Then we're going to lift all of our toes up and place our little toes down. And then we're going to lift all of our toes up and place our big toes and our little toes down. Right, let's do that slowly. Now you know what's going on. We'll go slowly, yeah? So first of all, looking at your feet, if you need to, use your hands if you need to. We're going to evenly weight our feet. So you're going to have the same weight underneath the base of the big toe and the base of the little toe and the heel. And both sides of your feet are going to be evenly weighted too. Then we're going to lift the big toes up off the floor, trying to pull them in towards each other. Keep your knees soft. Then lift all of your toes up. Now we're just going to place the big toes down, keeping that even weight throughout your feet, yeah? And then we're going to lift all the toes up. We're going to place our little toes down. Again, keeping the feet evenly weighted. And then lift all of the toes up and place them down. Then we're going to lift our big toes and each of the other toes one by one until you get to your little toe. Just take your time, like playing a piano. And then you're going to go backwards from your little toe to your big toe. Perfect. Now we've told our toes that they're there. Let's take them and let's squish them underneath us. Put the back of our foot on the floor. And then swap to the other side. Oh, I forgot to mute everybody. I'll do that just now. Mute all. Okay. Okay. So once you've done that on both sides, we're going to come standing and we're just going to do a little bounce. So I'm bouncing through my knees. There's a little bit of a bounce in my heels. I'm imagining my heels as if they are really soft, spongy rubber. So you can feel that you've got rebound because that's what they're like inside, kinda, And then we've got a lovely soft, spongy pad in our knees. So we're thinking about having a nice spongy jump on that. And we're thinking about our pelvis being full of lovely, juicy sponges. Yeah, everything's just nice and juicy. Each individual vertebra in our spine has a nice juicy sponge between it. Oh yeah. And here at our sternum, we've got two sponges here too. So a lovely spongy jump. Good. Excellent. And then shake it out. Really well done. Good. Okay, so let's start with the first pose. The first pose we're going to do is just really basic, just to warm us up and warm our nervous system up. So feet hip distance apart, knees nice and soft. Shift your balance point forward. Always make sure your chin is horizontal to the floor. You're not thrusting your ribcage forwards. It's on top of your pelvis. Hands out towards the side, palms face forwards. We're going to inhale, and as we inhale, we're just going to take ourselves back towards our posterior shift towards our heels. Toes stay on the floor, knees stay soft. And as we exhale, we're going to come into internal rotation. We're doing all this movement from the wrists first. So as we inhale, we're doing wrists, elbows, shoulders. Reach gently away, keep your elbows soft. And as we exhale, we're wrist, elbow, shoulders, back to the start. We're going to do 3 of these, then an apnea. Take your time in the apnea, do out apnea for you. I'm not going to count it. So, ready to inhale, rock back, which I am going to count. 3 and 6. Let's go. In, 2, 3, forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose, pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is we're going to bring in our neck a little bit here. So we're going to do exactly the same thing, but then when we start to do the apnea, so we're going to do a lovely rock back. When we start to do the apnea, we're going to imagine we've got a ball underneath our chin, like a squash ball. Not a massive, great, big, like juicy ball, like a squash ball. So not a huge ball. And then as we do our apnea, we're going to think about our head reaching away. And as it reaches away, we're also going to curl. So we're taking our vertebra and we're curling them around in an arc rather than flattening them next to each other. So we're thinking apnea, arc, 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 arc. I mean, your chin can get quite close to your chest, but it's not going to be resting on it. We're not squishing it in there. We're getting it so we can squish the squash ball lightly. Okay, we're doing this during the apnea, so you're going to start the apnea breath, and as you start the apnea breath, feel like it's growing. So, hands externally rotated, to begin. Let's inhale, rock back. In, 2, 3, rotate forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wrist, elbow, shoulder, 2, 3, same back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose, pause. Widen your ribs. As you widen your ribs, curling your neck slowly, so lifting your head away and curling, and just allow your ribcage to widen as you look down between your breasts, because that's kind of where we're looking. Make sure your balance points forward. When you need to inhale, inhale here, and exhale, release. Perfect. So that's the first part of a more advanced pose. Let's learn the next bit too. So we're going to come into hip hinge for this one. So remember our hip hinge. We're finding our beautiful alignment. We're going to hold our pelvises. And your pelvis is rotating on top of your femur bones. And your femur bones are here, yeah? So we want to think about the bone coming up, and you're just going to take your pelvis and you're just going to rotate it over the top. So nothing else is changing. Just a nice rotation over the top. Your bum should get nice and expanded. Okay. So we're going to take ourselves to that position. So balance points forward already. We've got a beautiful alignment. Nothing's changing about anything else. All we're going to do is rotate our pelvis. Place your hands on the tops of your thighs. We don't have to come down really low like this, because this is going to give us nowhere to go. Let's think just, you're really starting to just feel the juiciness of your glutes. That's what I'm looking for. Right, I'm just going to tuck myself in so you can see what I want to. Right, so we're going to do 3 breaths. On our apnea, we're going to curl our neck, and then we're going to curl our thoracic spine. So that's just the bit with your rib cage. And we're going to try and look for our belly button with our eyes, and we're going to keep our shoulders wide. So the big thing about this pose is that we don't want this to happen. So we don't want to start going, oh, this is beautiful, I'm curling. Oh, I'm curling. So we're not curling in with our shoulders. I'd like you to think about your shoulders like the bike handles on a bicycle, and your spine is like the wheel. It's moving, everything else isn't. Okay, so come into that beautiful hip hinge again. There's lots of practice for you. Shift your balance point forward. 3 breaths, just nice and slowly here. And then our apnea, and we're going to curl our cervical and our thoracic spine. That's it. Ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose, pause. Now slowly start to widen your rib cage. As you widen your rib cage, curling your neck first, and then curling your thoracic spine. And just feel like you've got lots of space, like you're trying to create loads of space in between each of your vertebrae, pulling them away from each other. And when you need to inhale, inhale here, and exhale, release and come up. Fantastic, easy, yeah? Walk in the park. Let's have the last bit. So during the apnea this time, we are going to curl our neck, we're going to curl our thoracic spine, and then to give us enough space to curl the lumbar, we're going to slide our hands down towards the tops of our knees, just above our knees, and we're going to curl our lumbar spine as if we want to take it up and over something, as if you've got, you know, like a foam roller or something here. I'll give you a visual. So there's a foam roller here. So I've done my beautiful curl, curl, and then I've got to kind of go, ooh, curl up and over to get that beautiful kind of arc in my spine and to keep my vertebra far away from each other as possible, yeah? Because they're quite locked in, your base vertebra, so we want to lift them up and over to get them out. Okay? All good. Okay, so back to our Artemis. 3 breaths. Ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Start widening your ribs as you do, curling your neck, curling your thoracic spine, sliding your hands down. Keep widening that rib cage as you lift yourself up and over. Look for your belly button with your eyes. Nice shapes, guys. When you need to inhale, inhale there, and exhale, come back up. That's Hera. So that's one of the slightly more complicated poses. So let's add a little bit of rocking at the beginning with that. So we're going to start with our hands internally rotated, externally rotated. We're going to inhale, rock back, exhale, come forwards. Inhale, rock back, exhale, come forwards. Then inhale into your hip hinge. Exhale, apnea, come down. Yeah? Get a little bit of flowy going. Okay, so let's begin. Ready to inhale, rock back. In, 2, 3, forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock back. 2, 3, forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hip hinge. 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs as you widen. Curl your neck. Curl your thoracic. Slide your hands down. Curl your lumbar spine up and over. Look for your belly button with your eyes. When you need to inhale, which is probably right about then, inhale and come back up. Perfecto, well done. So let's have a look at another one. So again, standing for this one. We're going to come into Freya, which is the first kind of split stance pose. And this is going to be your regression. So if you don't want to do the more advanced one for this, this is where you're going to stay. So let's talk through this. Feet are hip distance apart. All we're doing here is taking a step directly in front of where our other foot was. And you can make this a little tiny step if you're feeling a bit like, I don't know if I want to do this. Or you can make this a much bigger step if you want to give yourself a little bit bigger step forwards. For Freya, we want to make sure the heels stay on the floor. So we're not coming so far forward for this one that the toes come off, the heels come off the floor. So wherever you feel comfortable, we're going to come and stand. We want to make sure that the knee at the front stays over the ankle at the front and that your foot is planted. Weight on the underneath the base of the big toe, weight underneath the base of the little toe, weight on the heel, evenly weighted on either side, both feet. Okay. We want to make sure your pelvis is pointing straight ahead, so it's not off to the side. We're not doing a warrior pose. It's pointing straight ahead, shoulders pointing straight ahead, leg at the back is slightly soft. We don't want to lock it out because that makes us do this. So make sure it's slightly soft. And you want to make sure your rib cage is in line with your pelvis. So we're not doing this. Hi! Yeah, we want to make sure it's this way, yeah? Facing down. So we've got this lovely long line. We're going to take our hands and you can choose. So you can either have your hands internally rotated, which again is one we know, or you can take them to the, almost like they feel like they're pressing behind you. Now, if I show you from here, it's probably easier. So they're like this. So they're not here, they're not here, they're here. So it's, we don't want to push really far behind us. We want to feel like somebody's holding our arms so we can't push any further back than the line of our body. Okay. Are we in position? Find that position. Okay, nice long line. 3 breaths and an apnea. And during the apnea, whichever arm position you're in, you're going to bring your hands all the way up. So if we're in this position, your hands are going to come into internal rotation. If you're in internal rotation, they're going to stay there. And if they're in external rotation, they're going to stay there. All good? Let's do it. 3 breaths. Ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Arms move up. 3, 2, 1. I was so busy watching you guys, I forgot to move my arms. So let's swap to the other side. This time, should you choose to accept the challenge, when we step back, the arms are going to change a little. So instead of having the hands, we're going to have them in a T. You can either have them in a T, or you can have them in second internally rotated. T is probably nicest. But if you're here, we're going to do a little bit of movement for our arms. So we're going to make it a little bit more challenging. So we're going to start with our hands in extension. So you can see from the side, bring it a bit closer. If you want a little bit more challenge, our hands are going to move like this. We're going to come into flexion and then into extension, flexion, extension, flexion, extension, apnea. All good? But if you want to keep them just like this, please do. Okay, so I'll stay here so you can see what's going on. So we're going to go into extension first. So my fingers point forward so you do this one. Ready to inhale and flex. Flex, 2, 3, extend. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex, 2, 3, extend. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex, 2, 3, extend. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs. Option to move the arms if you want to. For 10, 9, I'm off short. 5, 4, 3, can't count. 2, 1. Inhale here and exhale, shake it off. Super, super well done. So you can stay with either of those, just keeping your arms in a regular position, and stay in Freya if this next one's going to be a bit tough. So we're going to take a much, if you want to join me for doing Persephone, we're going to take a much bigger step forwards. This time so that our heel is off the floor behind us and our knee is over the ankle at the front. Again, everything's the same. Pelvis point straight ahead. We're making sure our rib cage is in line with our pelvis. So we've got a really long kind of lean forwards now. As we inhale, we're going to press down with the back knee. Now, you don't have to come very far, and you are still just moving from the pelvis. So think about if you put your hands on your pelvis. As we inhale, we're bringing our pelvis back up, upright, as we bend the knee. And as we exhale and press forwards, we're going to tilt our pelvis forwards again. And everything else is just following where our pelvis is. So it looks complicated, but it isn't really. So remember, you can be in Freya if this is too difficult. So ready to inhale. If you found your position, found our nice long line, made sure our pelvis is pointed straight ahead, shoulders pointed straight ahead. We're not like this. Yeah, we are coming to upright when we can't. So ready to inhale and press down. In, 2, 3, back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press down with the knee. 2, 3, back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press down. 2, 3, back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, Bring the back heel down, back knee down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done if you managed that apnea, because that was for about 20 seconds because I talked halfway through it, so well done. Okay, so we're going to come down on the apnea. Let's go for the other leg this time. Everybody okay? Remember, you can stay in Persephone if you need to. So we're going to take another big step back. Now, if you were feeling off balance, that could be because you crossed the back leg over slightly towards the midline. So just make sure that you're stepping all the way back, straight behind you. Okay, nice long line with our pelvis. And that's ready to press down. Or you can take your hands out into a T. And as we come down, you're going to come into that extended wrist. And as you come up, you're going to come into your T, or you can just stay in your T if you like. So ready to inhale and press down. Press down, 2, 3, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press down, 2, 3, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press down, 2, 3, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs as you come down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here and exhale, shake it off. Super well done. Give those legs a shake off. So we're going to come down onto the floor into quadruped now. Now, if you're not able to do quadruped for whatever reason, then what you're going to do is you're going to stay up in standing. And in the standing position, you're going to use just Freya. So let's go for Freya because it's the most challenging one that we've done tonight. So I'll say either Artemis. So if we're doing, you can do Artemis and come into your curl of Hera during the apnea, or you can come and do your Freya position if you want to do your Freya as well. So yeah, work with your body, the body that you're in, not the body that you think that you want to be in just now. Work with the one that you've got. So coming down into quadruped then, for everybody else, we're going to have a look at progressing this pose. Now, understandably, some people don't want to be up in their wrists for a long period of time, so we're going to kind of progress it between two poses. So we're going to start, first of all, in our box with our hands directly underneath us. If you struggle with this, then come straight down onto your forearms if it's too much for you to be up. It just means you can't crawl if we're doing the crawling, but we'll see how everybody goes. So first things first, I'd like you to curl your spine and then put your spine into a cow, and I'd like you to find your neutral. By neutral, I don't mean a flat back. I mean, I'd like your glutes poking out the back behind you, and I'd like a lovely long lean spine. So Lucy, if you bring your hands back towards your body a little, because they're quite far in front of you. Perfect. Just spotting everybody else. Everybody else looks quite good. Pam, if you take your hands a little bit further away from your body towards your head, you'll actually have, yes, just a bit more space in your spine. Great, okay. Toes curled underneath behind us. We can turn our hands in the way so our fingers point towards each other. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is rocking. So as we inhale, we're going to pull our sit bones back behind us. When we pull our sit bones back behind us, we want to make sure that our sit bones stay facing out behind us like headlights. So they're not going to start looking towards the floor, because then we won't see where we're going. And then as we exhale, we're going to draw forwards. So we're pressing back on the inhale and pressing forwards on the exhale. At the same time as our bottoms are moving, we're going to think about our hands on the floor. And as we inhale, I'd like you to push lightly away with your hands on the floor, still keeping your elbows bent. And as you exhale, I'd like you to pull yourself back. If you have got your fingers pointing this way still, you're just going to keep your arms, your elbows soft throughout, so we don't worry about what goes on them. Just don't hyperextend through them or lock them out. Okay, shall we go for them? Ready to inhale and rock back. In, 2, 3, forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here and exhale, release. Give your wrists a shake off if you want to just now. So we're going to all come down onto our forearms for a minute. And we're going to try a bit of an inverted pose from here, if you want to. So we're going to do the same rocking back, inhale, exhale, but we're only going to do that for 2. Then we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to load ourselves over our forearms and press our knees so they're straightened behind us. So all the weight is over my forearms. And I'm going to do my apnea up here and see how it feels. If you don't want to come up, just stay down on the floor for the last breath and then do an apnea here. Okay, so ready to inhale and rock back. Rock back, 2, 3, forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock back, 2, 3, forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock back, 2, 3, forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here, 2, 3, press up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose, pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here, and exhale, come back down. Give your shoulders a shake off. It's a bit like the dolphin from yoga, that one. Great. Thumbs up. Everybody love that one? Want to try it in the other pose? Yay, let's do it. So if you'd like to, you can come up onto your up, all the way back up again. If you want to stay there because your wrists stay there, yeah? So you can either have your hands internally rotated or out in front of you like this. We're going to do 3 breaths. We're going to do this 2 ways. First way, we're going to do 3 breaths. We're going to rock back for 2. I'll count it properly this time. Then do 1 here. And as we exhale, we're going to load it's like we're going into a tumble turn. You know, like we're, rolling over. We're going to put all our weight over onto our hands. We're going to feel our shoulders nice and strong. We're going to imagine the floor is really delicate, so we can't put all our weight onto our wrists. It's got to go up into our shoulders. And then we're going to slowly bring ourselves up during the exhale. And then we're going to do an apnea. See how we feel, yeah? Should we have a go? Let's see what it feels like. If you want to stay on the floor, you can stay on the floor. So, ready to inhale, rock back? 2 rock backs. Let's go for it. Rock back, 2, 3, forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock back, 2, 3, forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here, 2, 3. Load your hands and shoulders and come up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose, pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here and exhale, come down. Who found it hard to find their apnea when they were up there? So let's do it. So we're going to find the apnea on the floor, and during the apnea, we're going to push ourselves up and just see how that feels. So this is the second way to do it. So hands underneath you, and again, you can be on your forearms if you prefer. Okay, let's go for it. Ready to inhale and rock back 3 times this time. In, 2, 3, forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock back. 2, 3, forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock back. 2, 3, forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs. As you widen your ribs, load your hands. Press your legs up. Come into inversion. Keep that rib widening going. And when you need to inhale, you're going to inhale here and exhale, release and come down. Perfect. Okay, guys. So we're going to come to the floor. And we have got about 9 minutes. So let's do a nice kind of relaxation after all of that kind of stuff. So we're going to come lying down on the floor. If you can't lie down on the floor, you can do this reclining on a chair, or a sofa. So you're upright and you're just going to close your eyes and think about the same things I'm talking about. So if you can lie semi-supine on the floor, then we're going to come to semi-supine, and I'm going to give you a bit of a visualization. So once you get there, I'm going to talk you through it. So you can have a little bit of a pillow behind you, you can have a blanket over you, and you're going to bend your knees. So we're in semi-supine. And if you're sitting on a couch or something, you're just going to relax your legs over the edge of the couch so you can feel the edge of the couch behind your knees. Either of these works fine for this. So it doesn't have to be a lying down if you're not able, for whatever reason. Pregnancy, anything, there's lots of reasons why we can't. Okay, so once you're here, I'd like you to have a visualization. So I'd like you to close your eyes, and I'd like you to imagine that your whole outside of your skin is like a pajama suit. It's a full pajama suit and you're wearing socks. So even if you're not wearing socks, you're wearing socks. I'd like you to think about your hands inside this pajama suit as well. I quite like to think about a cat suit rather than a pajama suit. So you can think about any sort of suit you like. It could be a clown suit, whatever you like. And you're going to visualize this suit, first of all. Now, I'd like you to think about your knees, the backs of your knees resting on a washing line. So they feel supported by a washing line. So there's a little bit of washing line running underneath your knees and it's totally supporting it. So you have to make no effort to support yourself in this position with your knees. And you're just going to do a couple of breaths in this position. And I'm going to give you a bit more of the visualization in a minute. So just visualizing your knees being fully supported by the washing line or the edge of a couch or sofa if you're sitting up. Perfect. Now I'd like you to visualize that your pajama suit, everything apart from your head, the whole of your insides, your bones, your organs, has all become sand. Nice, warm sand. And lying here and breathing, I'd like you to visualize that two tiny holes appeared in the big toes of your pajama suit. And the sand is starting to trickle out. And just breathing and visualizing that sand trickling out of your big toes. And everything on your forefoot becoming super relaxed. And then you're going to visualize that you've got two holes in the heels of your socks. And the sand is starting to pour out of the heels of your socks, all the way from your knees and from your legs, just gently spiraling out. And the whole lower part of your leg is going to feel incredibly relaxed. And then two holes appear just underneath your knees. And all the sand from your knees is also going to fall gently out. And the front of your pajama suit is going to gently rest against the back of your pajama suit. And then two holes appear in your pelvis, on either side of the back of your pelvis. And it feels like all the sand is rolling all the way down into your pelvis, through the holes and out. And it feels like the pajama suit is settling into your pelvis gently, just nice and relaxed. And then two holes appear in the shoulders of your pajama suit. And all the rest of the sand from your body is going to slowly peel out, pour out, trickle out. And as it does, you're going to feel the front of your pajama suit from your body, your pelvis, your legs, just gently drifting down to meet the back of your pajama suit as your body starts to feel incredibly light but incredibly supported. And then you're going to feel two holes appear in the fingertips of your pajama suit or your gloves. And the sand from your arms is going to trickle out of your fingertips. And again, the front of your pajama suit is going to come down to meet the back of your pajama suit. And all that sand that's come out is wonderfully warm and supportive. And you're going to feel that your jaw is relaxing. Your eyes are relaxing back into the back of your head. Your face feels lovely and relaxed. You feel warm. And we're just going to stay here for a couple of minutes, just breathing. You're going to slowly wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, wiggle your eyes. Come back to yourself. And when you're ready, you slowly roll onto your side. Just take your time to just come back into yourself. And slowly press yourself up when you're ready. But take your time this time. I'm going to